Hi, my name is Megan, and today I want to talk about Bo Burnham's new comedy special, Inside. Although Inside is categorized as a comedy special, I believe it's much more of a documentation of Bo's mental deterioration over the course of a year rather than a traditional comedy special either from Bo or from another comedian. In the special, the climax of his mental decline, I believe, is when he begins to break down and sob in front of the camera after saying that he isn't doing well, um, and after talking about how he's been working on the special for about a year, which is, much, much longer than how long he thought it would take. Um, and he, begins sobbing um, pretty much directly before he sings the song All Eyes on Me, in which he not only, tells us, the audience, to watch him, but to, stand up and cheer for him and even pray for him. Leading up to this breakdown, we hear songs about how he's feeling both implicitly and explicitly, songs such as Comedy, 30, Don't Wanna Know, Shit, All Time Low, That Funny Feeling, All Eyes on Me, and Goodbye. In songs like Shit and All Time Low, Bo very explicitly talks about how poorly he's feeling, stating that he feels like shit and that, from the moment he wakes up, he feels like he's, gonna die. But then there are other songs like, That Funny Feeling, in which he is a lot more implicit about his feelings and more so describes the atmosphere of his feelings and the atmosphere of, the world that we're living in during a pandemic rather than, explicitly labeling his feelings and outright, telling us how he's feeling. And then there are even songs like, All Eyes on Me, which he doesn't even truly talk about his feelings, but still as an audience member, you get a sense of sadness because of how vulnerable he's being in that moment, just the true, genuine, um, chaotic, vulnerable, sad energy that he shows, unlike, anything that we've seen um, in this special or in any other special. And that's not to say, the whole special is sad. A lot of it is, very legitimately comedic, even with, the depressing reality of the pandemic intertwined throughout the entirety of the special. If I had to sort the songs into, either funny or sad, I'd say it's about 50-50, although, of course, that's very much up for interpretation. And, in comparing, the amount of sad songs in the first act versus the second act. In, the first act, I'd say it's only about, almost 30% of the songs are sad versus almost 80% of the songs are sad in the second act. And so, that just shows over the course of the special how the themes in the songs get more and more depressing versus, comedic social commentary. I'd say the special is a lot more similar to a documentary about, the creation of the special, about, Bo being alone in his guest house while, his mental health slowly deteriorates over the course of a year, rather than a traditional comedy special that we've seen either from Bo or from any other comedian. And because of this, emotional honesty and vulnerability, a lot of people have found a lot of catharsis through watching this, including myself. You know, I know a lot of mentally ill people, including myself, who have found it very healing to watch Bo's special, just because a lot of the things he says is just so spot on, and he put a lot of things into words that I never could. Um, And, you know, I think it's been just so cathartic that, you know, I've seen a multitude of TikToks, you know, either covering his songs or, you know, even um, creating, you know, their own lyrics, like in the song That Funny Feeling. So many people are creating their own versions of the lyrics to describe, you know, their experiences and situations that they've been in that elicit similar feelings of kind of, you know, that disconnected derealization in, you know, the world that we live in, which of course is, you know, it can be very, very therapeutic to, you know, have an outlet for talking about your experiences in this way. And you know that was only possible because, you know, Inside by Bo Burnham is so honest and genuine and real about his mental health and his struggles with, you know, mental illness versus, you know, it purely being a comedy special and purely being, you know, Bo's classic commentary on, you know, society. Um, so, you know, overall, I'd say it's Inside by Bo Burnham is much more of a lot more similar to a documentary than a comedy special, though it's, you know, still funny.